When your dog takes your seat, it is far from a mere coincidence. Here are 10 reasons why they do it. You just step away from the couch for a moment, and before you know it, your dog is curled up comfortably right where you were sitting. Sounds adorable, doesn't it? It might seem like a random act, but in reality, this seemingly harmless behavior might hold a deeper meaning, one you might not have noticed until now. In this video, you will discover 10 genuine reasons behind this behavior. Some may touch your heart, others are rooted in instinct, and a few might truly surprise you. If you love your dog and want to finally understand what's going on in their mind, be sure to watch till the end and subscribe to the channel. This could transform your bond forever. Manifestation of bonding dogs. Don't say "I love you" with words like we do. Instead, they communicate their affection through their behavior, looks, and gestures. When your dog climbs onto your warm couch or sits exactly where you just were, it's not merely a matter of comfort or coincidence. This is your dog's way of staying close to you, even in your absence. He wants to immerse himself in your scent, feel your presence, and maintain a sense of closeness. It's a gesture filled with tenderness and loyalty. Imagine, you get up for just a moment to pour yourself a cup of tea, and in that brief time, he curls up in your spot, closes his eyes, and lets out a gentle sigh. It's his way of feeling secure and connected, even when you're not physically there. This behavior is often noticed by owners who spend a lot of time with their pets. The dog seems to continue the interaction, even when you've temporarily stepped away. It's a silent message. I'm here. I love you. I want to be where you are. Some dogs even become anxious when you're away for an extended period. They may not only sit in your spot, but also make themselves comfortable, arranging the pillow, sighing, and glancing around. This behavior is a manifestation of emotional attachment, expressed through the simple act of occupying your place. So, next time you find your pet cozily nestled in your favorite chair, don't scold them. Instead, smile. This is love in action. In search of comfort and security. For us, a scent is merely a sensation. Pleasant, unpleasant, familiar. Yet for a dog, a scent is an entire world. It tells them everything. Where you've been, how you feel, what you've been up to recently. When your dog curls up in your spot, especially when you're not around, it's as if they're wrapping themselves in an invisible blanket of your scent. This behavior is not just a habit or a whim. It's a profound need for emotional security. Your pillow, chair, or favorite blanket carry your scent. To a dog, these items are associated with home, with something stable and reliable. This behavior is particularly common in puppies or dogs that have just moved to a new home. They need to find something familiar to help them cope with stress and adapt. Your scent becomes their anchor. It's as if you're still there, holding their paw. Some dogs don't just settle on your spot. They burrow into your clothing if you leave it on the sofa or chair. This behavior isn't about dominance or audacity. It's about the desire to be close, even when you're not around. Such actions are particularly noticeable in pets that feel anxious when alone. Your chair becomes their island of calm. So, when you find your furry friend cozily curled up on your jacket or favorite blanket, resist the urge to shoo them away. In that moment, they may be finding the peace of mind that makes their day a little brighter. Title: Canine communication, the art of attention seeking. Narrator. Dogs are true masters of communication. While they may not speak in words, their ability to convey desires and emotions is undeniable, provided we pay close attention. When your dog takes your seat, particularly in a deliberate, almost provocative manner, it might be more than just a gesture of affection or a quest for comfort. Often, this behavior carries a straightforward message. Hey, notice me. Think about it. Were you engrossed in your phone, caught up in work, or absorbed in a television series? Dogs have a keen sense for when your mind drifts away, and many will find ways to pull you back to the present with them. Taking your spot is the perfect tactic. They know you'll react. Whether it's with a smile, surprise, or gentle reproach, you'll once again turn your attention to them. Perhaps speak to them, or even offer a reassuring pat. For a dog, that's a triumph. Some dogs have mastered this tactic so well that they use it regularly. They wait for you to step away, then boldly claim your sofa, sprawling out, sometimes even resting their heads on the armrest as if to say, "Look how comfortable I'm here. Where are you?" And naturally, you respond. It's important to understand that this is not a whim or mischief. It's a need for connection. Even mature and calm dogs occasionally crave reminders of their importance. Those who are particularly attached to their owners will seize any opportunity to reach out to you, even in this way. So, if your dog has once again taken your seat the moment you stood up, perhaps it's just an invitation. Talk to me. I'm here. Protective instinct. Many people believe that only large and serious dog breeds possess a guarding instinct. However, even the smallest Pomeranian can be an inner protector. When your dog sits or lies down in your spot, it may be expressing this deep, innate drive, the desire to protect and safeguard what it considers its own, namely, you. To a dog, your scent, your habits, and your corners of the home are part of its internal map of security. If you get up and leave, even briefly, your dog might interpret this as a signal. I must watch over this place until my owner returns. It's not about control or jealousy. It's about loyalty. The dog feels responsible for your space. This trait is especially noticeable in dogs naturally inclined towards vigilance. Some of them literally stand guard, sitting in your spot, attentively surveying the surroundings, sometimes even positioning themselves to see the front door or window. It's their way of communicating. I'm on duty. Everything is under control. And even if it appears to be merely a cozy rest, inside, the dog is conducting its active service. In the wild, such behavior is quite normal. Within wolf and dog packs, each member plays a role, and guarding the territory or resting place of the leader is a crucial task. At home, your dog might perceive your chair as something more than just furniture. It symbolizes your presence. By protecting it, your dog is in a way guarding you. So, the next time you see your dog settled comfortably in your seat, gazing around with a hint of defiance, it might not be merely relaxing. It could be fulfilling its important mission. To stay close, to be your support, to serve as your little or large personal protector. Section 5. Testing the boundaries. Whether we realize it or not, our dogs are constantly observing us. Even when they seem to be merely resting or lying peacefully on the floor, they may be conducting a mental analysis. How is my human behaving now? What do they allow? Where are the boundaries? It's in these moments that a dog might suddenly decide to sit in your spot. Not just because it feels comfortable or carries your scent, but to see how you will react. This behavior is particularly common among young dogs or those who are new to the home. They are still figuring out the hierarchy within your pack. Who is in charge? Who makes the decisions? What is allowed and what is not? Taking your spot can serve as a kind of experiment. What will happen if I do this? You might raise an eyebrow and say, "Get down." And with that, the test concludes. The dog understands. Okay, this is not my place. On the other hand, if you allow them to stay with a sense of amusement, they may begin to think they can occupy more space in both the home and the relationship. This doesn't mean that your dog is cunning or manipulative. It is simply natural behavior for an animal seeking stability. In a wild pack, dogs or wolves constantly affirm their roles to avoid conflicts. If the leader does not take initiative, another member of the pack may begin to claim that role, not out of greed, but from a desire for order. This is why it is essential to establish clear, yet kind rules. If you do not wish for your dog to take your place, it is important to calmly, without irritation, gently but confidently point this out each time. Your dog will then sense your confidence and will gladly accept your guidance. Remember, dogs do not seek dominance out of stubbornness. They seek a leader they can trust. And if you calmly and respectfully define the boundaries, you become that leader. Section 6. Imitation of the owner dogs are remarkable creatures. With keen observation, they watch their owners closely, studying their behavior to understand how to conduct themselves in the household. When your dog chooses to sit exactly where you usually do, it may be their way of expressing, "I want to be close to you and do what you do." This action is more than just a desire to occupy a comfortable seat. It is an act of imitation, a sign of deep trust and connection. Imitation plays a crucial role in the world of dogs. In their natural habitat, within their packs, younger members learn from their elders by mimicking their habits and behaviors. Through this imitation, they not only acquire survival skills, but also strengthen social bonds. At home, your dog perceives you as a leader, and imitation becomes a way to draw closer, feeling like a part of the family. For instance, if you consistently choose the same spot to relax, read, or work, your dog takes notice and begins to associate that area with you. By sitting there, they seem to say, "I'm here, part of your world." It's also a means of feeling safe and supported, as sharing actions with our beloved pets fosters a unique bond between us. Additionally, this behavior serves as a form of social interaction, helping the dog navigate the household and its relationships with humans. It learns to understand your habits, mood, and lifestyle rhythm. This is not an expression of territorial behavior, but rather a desire to be in sync with you. So, the next time you notice your dog comfortably settled in your spot, consider this. It's not merely about taking your comfort. It's about feeling closer to you by imitating your habits. This is a sign of love and attachment, deserving of appreciation and understanding. Chapter 7. In search of warmth and comfort. The spot you typically occupy in a room is likely the warmest and most comfortable. It retains your heat, molds to the shape of your body, and smells like you. A true paradise for a dog. When you rise, your canine companion instantly senses the residual warmth and unhesitatingly takes your place. This isn't a whim or an attempt to claim territory. It's a natural desire to find comfort and relaxation. Dogs are inherently warmth-loving creatures, particularly during winter or in chilly apartments with hard floors. Your sofa or chair becomes the perfect haven where they can warm up, unwind, and enjoy a small respite. This is especially crucial for older dogs whose joints may ache, and for puppies that are growing rapidly and need rest in a soft and warm setting. Moreover, a cozy spot offers more than just warmth. It provides a sense of security. When a dog settles into your chair, it immerses itself in your aura, your scent, and the familiar surroundings. This environment helps the dog to calm down more quickly, lower stress levels, and feel safe. After all, the scent of their owner signals to them that everything is all right. This moment is akin to how we enjoy wrapping ourselves in a warm blanket after a long day. Dogs are highly attuned to comfort, which is why they are so drawn to your belongings. Blankets, cushions, clothing. These items carry the scent of their owner and offer a sense of closeness. So, when your dog claims your spot, there's no need for concern. It's simply their way of seeking warmth and coziness, reflecting a basic need for comfort and security. The more attention you give to their restful comfort, the calmer and happier your canine companion will be, relieving stress and separation. For many dogs, the absence of their owner, even if only for a few minutes, can be a significant source of stress. They experience anxiety and loneliness, accustomed as they are to their human's constant presence and attention. In such moments, a dog seeks ways to comfort itself and feel closer to you, even when you are physically away. One way they achieve this is by occupying your spot, whether it be a chair, sofa, or favorite seat. These places carry your scent and energy, serving as a comforting anchor for the dog. It is as if the dog is saying to itself, "I am here where you were, so I'm not truly alone." This scent has a calming effect, reducing anxiety levels and helping the dog cope with the separation. For dogs with a mild form of separation anxiety, this behavior is particularly relevant. They may show signs of distress, bark, whine, or even destroy things in an attempt to regain a sense of calm. By occupying your space, they subconsciously re-establish a connection with you, seeking comfort and security. This behavior should not be viewed as a whim or stubbornness. In fact, it indicates that the bond you share with your dog is strong and significant to them. Such small gestures help the animal adapt to your absence and return more quickly to a normal state. If your dog frequently takes your seat when you are away, consider assisting them in managing their anxiety through other means. Leave familiar toys, use calming pheromones, or simply engage in more tranquil games and walks together. By doing so, you will build trust and make separation less distressing for them. Sensory impressions and mental stimulation. Your favorite chair or armchair is not merely a comfortable spot imbued with warmth and familiar scents. For your dog, it serves as an entire world filled with new sensations and discoveries. Dogs primarily understand their surroundings through their keen sense of smell. The aromas lingering in your seat hold a wealth of information for their sensitive noses, capable of detecting even the subtlest scents that often go unnoticed by us. Everything, from the tiniest crumbs of food that might have inadvertently fallen, to the scents left by other people or animals. becomes a part of this miniature research center. For a dog, each scent acts as a chapter in a book, narrating the recent history of that space. Engaging with these smells stimulates their minds, providing mental nourishment and helping them maintain alertness, even in the calm environment of a home. Moreover, the textures of surfaces, the soft fabric of the chair, the cushions, and the blankets create tactile sensations that dogs perceive and remember. Different materials offer varied feelings beneath their paws and body, delivering additional pleasure and enhancing their sensory perception. Sometimes, when a dog takes your place, it's as if they're conducting field research, observing, analyzing, and gathering insights about your world. This is not merely relaxation. It's an active learning process that equips the dog with confidence and preparedness for various situations. This behavior is particularly crucial for active, intelligent, and curious dogs that require both physical and mental stimulation. If you notice your dog enjoys exploring your spot, try providing additional mental stimulation through puzzle games, training sessions, and learning new commands. This can enrich their life, making it more fulfilling and engaging. Section 10. The formation of conditioned responses and positive reinforcement. Frequently, when your dog occupies your seat, it's not a random act. Rather, it has learned that this behavior yields a specific outcome. Dogs are incredibly adept at recognizing which of their actions spark a reaction from their owner, be it a smile, a gentle pat, a conversation, or even a mild reprimand. When a particular behavior garners attention or a reward, they are inclined to repeat it time and again. For instance, if you happen to find your dog curled up on your chair, chuckled, petted it, or offered a treat, the dog interpreted this as positive reinforcement. Subsequently, each subsequent claiming of your spot is akin to a test, an attempt to see if it can once more receive your attention or a reward. In these instances, the dog is acting not out of stubbornness, but habit and a hope for a favorable response. This behavior illustrates the intelligence and sensitivity of your pet to your emotions and actions. Dogs are excellent at learning from experience and can, in effect, train their owner to provide them with what they desire, be it cuddles, playtime, or treats. While this can be endearing and amusing, if the behavior becomes overly intrusive, it might be wise to consider adjusting it through training and the establishment of new guidelines. To change a habit like this, it is essential to identify which behavior you want to encourage and which you do not. For instance, if you want to prevent your dog from taking your spot without permission, try not to reward this with attention. Instead, redirect it to an alternative behavior, such as sitting on a mat, a bed, or a designated place, and reward them there with affection or a treat. A dog's brain operates through a system of cause and effect. By managing which responses yield results, your pet gradually adjusts and learns new rules. As a result, your canine companion gains confidence, and both of you start to understand each other better. And now, it's your turn. What does your dog do when you get up from your chair? Does she guard it like a sentinel, or melt into it as if it were her personal throne? Share your most amusing story of your pet stealing your spot in the comments below. If you're curious to learn more about canine behavior, be sure to watch our latest video. It's filled with fascinating and insightful content. Subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We'd appreciate it. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you in the comments and in our next video.